don't have to go all by yourself anymore.
Everyone's heard of second screens. Now, we have like 10 or 20. That's why you need Optimum Smart Wi-Fi 6. It features a 3 times faster Wi-Fi experience. Now available with Optimum Zoo Gateway 6.
Yes! My house, Mike!
Everyone's heard of second screens. Now, we have like 10 or 20. That's why you need Optimum Smart Wi-Fi 6. It features a 3 times faster Wi-Fi experience. Now available with Optimum Zoo Gateway
Hey Easy
6.
Technology fans, in this tutorial I'm going to be showing y'all how to live stream on YouTube using OBS Studio. So
Everyone's
for
heard of
this,
second
there are
screens.
2 requirements.
Now, we have like 10 or
First
20.
thing you're going to
That's
want
why
to
you
do
need
is
Optimum
obviously you
Smart
need to have
Wi-Fi 6.
OBS Studio
It features a 3
downloaded,
times faster Wi-Fi
and you
experience.
must have
Now
a
available
YouTube
with
channel.
Optimum Zoo
Hey
Gateway
Easy
6.
Technology, once you have those, this tutorial I'm going to be showing y'all how to
first thing
live
I'm gonna
stream
do is go
on
to
YouTube
the internet
using OBS
and then
Studio.
log into your-
So
Everyone's
for
heard of
this,
second
there are
screens.
2
Now,
requirements.
we have
So I'm
like
going
10
to
or
first
20.
thing you're going to
That's
want
why
to
you
do
need
is
Optimum
obviously
Smart
to have
Wi-Fi 6.
OBS
It
Studio
features a 3
downloaded,
times faster Wi-Fi
and you
experience.
must have
Now available
publishing
with
video.
Optimum Zoo
Hey
Gateway
Easy
6.
Technology, once you have those, this tutorial I'm going to be showing y'all how to
first thing I'm
live
gonna
stream
do is go
on
to
YouTube
the
using
internet
OBS
and then log
Studio.
into your-
So
Everyone's
for
heard of
this,
second
there are
screens.
2
Now,
requirements.
we
So
have
I'm
like
going to
10 or
first thing
20.
you're going to
That's
want
why
to
you
do
need
is
Optimum
obviously
Smart
to have
Wi-Fi 6.
OBS
It
Studio
features a 3
downloaded,
times faster Wi-Fi
and you
experience.
must have
Now available
publishing
with
video.
Optimum Zoo
Hey
Gateway
Easy
6.
Technology, once you have those, this tutorial I'm going to be showing y'all how to
first thing I'm
live
gonna
stream
do is go
on
to
YouTube
the
using
internet.
OBS
So you're
Studio.
gonna log into your-
So
Everyone's
for
heard of
this,
second
there are
screens.
2
Now,
requirements.
we have
So
like
I'm
10 or
going to
20.
you're going to
That's
want
why
to
you
do
need
is
Optimum
obviously
Smart
to have
Wi-Fi 6.
OBS
It
Studio
features a 3
downloaded,
times faster Wi-Fi
and you
experience.
must have
Now available
publishing
with
video.
Optimum Zoo
Hey
Gateway
Easy
6.
Technology, once you have those, this tutorial I'm going to be showing y'all how to
first thing
live
I'm gonna
stream
do is go
on
to
YouTube
the
using
internet.
OBS
So you're
Studio.
gonna log into your-
So
Everyone's
for
heard of
this,
second
there are
screens.
2
Now,
requirements.
we
So
have
I'm
like
going
10 or
to
20.
you're going to
That's
want
why
to
you
do
need
is
Optimum
obviously
Smart
to have
Wi-Fi 6.
OBS
It
Studio
features a 3
downloaded,
times faster Wi-Fi
and you
experience.
must have
Now available
publishing
with
video.
Optimum Zoo
Hey
Gateway
Easy
6.
Technology, once you have those, this tutorial I'm going to be showing y'all how to live stream on YouTube using OBS Studio. So for this, there are 2 requirements.
We
So
have like 10 or 20.
you're going to
That's
want
why
to
you
do
need
is
Optimum
obviously
Smart
to have
Wi-Fi 6.
OBS
It
Studio
features a 3 times faster Wi-Fi
downloaded, and you
experience.
must have
Now available with
publishing
Optimum
video.
Zoo
Hey
Gateway
Easy
6.
Technology, once you have those, this tutorial I'm going to be showing y'all how to live stream on YouTube using OBS Studio. So for this, there are 2 requirements.
We
So
have like 10 or 20.
you're going to
That's
want
why
to
you
do
need
is
Optimum
obviously
Smart
to have
Wi-Fi 6.
OBS
It
Studio
features a 3 times faster
downloaded,
Wi-Fi
and you
experience.
must have
Now available with
publishing
Optimum
video.
Zoo
Hey
Gateway
Easy
6.
Technology, once you have those, this tutorial I'm going to be showing y'all how to live stream on YouTube using OBS Studio. So for this, there are 2 requirements. So you're going to want to do is obviously to have OBS Studio downloaded, and you must have publishing video. Hey Easy Technology, once you have those, this tutorial I'm going to be showing y'all how to live stream on YouTube using OBS Studio. So for this, there are 2 requirements. So you're going to want to do is obviously to have OBS Studio. So we're going to do that. And you must have publishing video. Hey Easy Technology, once you have those, this tutorial I'm going to be showing y'all how to live stream on YouTube using OBS Studio. So for this, there are 2 requirements. So you're going to want to do is obviously to have OBS Studio. So we're going to do that. And you must have publishing video. Hey Easy Technology, once you have those, this tutorial I'm going to be showing y'all how to live stream on YouTube using OBS Studio. So for this, there are 2 requirements. So you're going to want to do is obviously to have OBS Studio. So we're going to do that. And you must have publishing video. Hey Easy Technology, once you have those, this tutorial I'm going to be showing y'all how to live stream on YouTube using OBS Studio. So for this, there are 2 requirements. So you're going to want to do is obviously to have OBS Studio. So we're going to do that. And you must have publishing video. Hey Easy Technology, once you have those, this tutorial I'm going to be showing y'all how to live stream on YouTube using OBS Studio. So for this, there are 2 requirements. So you're going to want to do is obviously to have So we're gonna do that. How the Lord lives to the right and the also help you so we're gonna do that. How the Lord lives to the right and the also help you so we're gonna do that. How the Lord lives to the right and the also help you so we're gonna do that. How the Lord lives to the right and the also help you so we're gonna do that. How the Lord lives to the right and the also help you so we're gonna do that. How the Lord lives to the right and the also help you so we're gonna do that. How the Lord lives to the right and the also help you so we're gonna do that. How the Lord lives to the right and the also help you so we're gonna do that. How the Lord lives to the right and the also help you so we're gonna do that. How the Lord lives to the right and the also help you so we're gonna do that. How the Lord lives to the right and the also help you so we're gonna do that. How the Lord lives to the right and the also help you so we're gonna do that. How the Lord lives to the right and the also help you so we're gonna do that. How the Lord lives to the right and the also help you so we're gonna do that. How the Lord lives to the the right, and the side, up to the
Now this is a brand new fresh install of OBS, so this is what you'll see if you've never opened the app before. This big black box here in the middle is your preview area. This is where you can see what it is you're going to be broadcasting out. Down the bottom here, we've got our controls. This is where we can start streaming, start recording. We can switch between this preview mode and studio mode. So if I press on this now, you can see that we have our program monitor, which is what we're pushing out. This is exactly the same as what you were seeing before, but now we've actually got a preview as well. A little confusing because the other one's called preview mode and this is the preview here. But essentially we can queue things up on this side, and then when we press this transition button, then it will actually send it live. So if you're going to be moving graphics and those sorts of things around and you want to not be doing it while you're live, or the viewers aren't watching what you're doing while you're live, then you can use this mode, studio mode, to have that ability. For me personally, if I don't need that while I'm live, I'm going to go back to the regular mode with just the one big preview window. But this is something you can switch between while you're live. The next one down here is the settings button. This will bring up all of the settings for OBS. Now we will jump back into this one very shortly. Exit, it's pretty obvious, it's going to exit the app. Down the bottom here is pretty cool that you can actually see your CPU usage. So you can see if your computer is under load and you're potentially dropping frames or having a bad live stream if your computer is under too much stress. So you can see all of that at a glance down the bottom here. You can also easily see how long you've been live for or how long your recording has been going for as well. The next panel along is your transition panel. This is where we can adjust the different types of transitions we have between the different scenes. We'll get to scenes in a minute, but know that you can adjust your transitions here, or if we're back on that studio mode, your transitions are also in the middle here as well. Let's get back to preview mode. The next one across here is your audio mixer. This is where you can easily see and adjust your volume levels for each of the different elements you're going to have in your live stream, or each of the different sources you're going to have in your live stream. And next to that, we've actually got our sources. This is where we can add in all of our webcams, images, videos, websites, or anything we want to actually include and use in our live streams. And the next one across here is your scenes panel. Now this is essentially we can have groups of assets or different configurations for different elements or different sections of your live streams. So you might have a scene set up for just a full screen image of you on screen. The next scene might be your computer screen that you're sharing. And you might have another scene for you with some text on screen. And as like almost every program out there, you've also got your standard menus and options and stuff across the top here as well. So that's the overall interface. Let's jump into getting OBS set up. So come down the bottom here to settings. Now, a lot of the settings in here are going to be personal preference and also going to come down to the type of live stream or the type of recording you're actually going to do. Things like how it looks, the theme, whether you want dark mode enabled or you want some other theme in here, then obviously that's personal preference. Likewise with some of these output confirmations here, things like being able to show a confirmation dialog box when you're starting a stream or showing one when you're stopping a stream. This is what I'll normally have on, like, are you sure you want to stop the stream? A little pop-up asks you if you want to confirm that. I'll normally have this one on, and the same for stopping recording as well, just in case it accidentally gets knocked and you don't want to stop streaming, you don't want to stop recording.